Hola! It's Spanish time. My name is Zlata and I will be your guide through this beautiful language among some other interesting things. Welcome. Bienvenidos. The first step in learning a language is learning its alphabet. When you are able to recognize the letters and the connection between them, then you are able to read and write. Now, some would say that communication is possible without putting the actual focus on the grammar, and it is. But your way of learning depends on what are your goals with the language that you're learning. Now, I do believe that when you're doing something, you should give yourself 100% in it, even if it's just for fun, because that way, later on, you can make it fun the way you want. That's why today I'm starting our Spanish time journey from the very beginning, or let's say letters. In this video, I will show you the Spanish alphabet, the connection between letters, and I will try to explain you how they should be pronounced. I hope you're excited the way I am. Vamos! So for this important lesson, I will use the red marker. El alfabeto. You will notice that in Spanish language, it is kind of easy to read it, and as well, of course, to write it, because it's mostly phonetic. So let's start. A, B, C, now this is Che, which is not anymore in the official alphabet, but I like to teach like this because it's a bit easier, because the letter C comes a bit complicated. So let's continue. D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, L. This one is also like Che, not official anymore, but it is just easier like this. M, N, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V. I don't have much space. W, X, Y, I, Z. Now I'm simply going to read it one more time for you. Please don't mind the lighting. A, B, C, Ch, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, L, M, N, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. So now that we've seen all the letters, let's dive into them. So from the beginning, there's letter A, which is always the same. A, doesn't change. Then the letter B is kind of a mixture between B and V, but it is all the time pronounced pretty much the same. Now the letter C can be pronounced differently, depending on what letter follows. So if it's followed by the vocals such as E or I, it is pronounced as S. For example, cena, which means dinner, or cisne, which is a swine. Now, if it's followed by the vocals A, O, U, it is pronounced as K. For example, casa, which all of you know, the house, coche, the car, or for example, cuello, the neck. These are the variations of the letter C. Cena, cisne, casa, coche, cuello. Now after the letter C, there is the che. Che, like churros, Che Guevara, Chile. That's it, che. And after che, we're coming to the tricky letter che, which in some ways it's similar to se, because with e and I, it is pronounced as che, and with a, o, u, it is pronounced as g. Some example for words like that. For example, gente, which means people, gente, o por ejemplo, girar, which is a verb to turn, girar. Or some example for g, for example, gato, which is a cat, gato. Gorro, a cap, or guante, a glove. But now, this is not everything with the letter G. There is more. Now, where shall I put it? In order to get the actual sound of G and not G, you have to put U inside. For example, guerra, which means the war, so this is G, or guitarra, the guitar, and this is pronounced as gi. Now, to have even the U pronounced, you will put two dots above the letter, which is called diéresis in Spanish. For example, the word penguin, or in Spanish, pingüino, or vergüenza, shame. So this is gui and gue. So we have je, ji, ga, go, gu, ge, gi, gue, gui. Okay? Gente, girar, gato, gorro, guante, guerra, guitarra, pingüino, vergüenza. So after the tricky je, we're moving on. The next letter in alphabet is H, which is never pronounced. Whatever the occasion, whatever it is it in the beginning, the middle of the word, it doesn't matter. H doesn't exist. No H, no se pronuncia. I, normal letter I, J, pronounced as H, always. That is the missing one. Always is H, okay? So, K, you will rarely find it, maybe if you're reading some book or something. The letter K in Spanish, it is usually found in the foreign words such as kilometro or kayak, so you won't be seeing it. K, L, normal, then this one, L, that's why I like to put it together. It is like L, L. Example words, for example, lluvia, the rain, or llanto, the cry. Okay, elle, lluvia, llanto. After that, mostly just the normal pronunciation of the letters. M, N, entonces ñ. This is ñ, ñ. For example, sueño, the dream. Sueño, ñ. This one you can think of it as something like this. Elle, if it's going to be easier. Ñ, the same thing. Okay. Then after that, O, normal. P, also normal, P. Then we have the letter Q, which is in some way similar to he, because Q, you will see it only in the combination of ke and ki, like ge and gi, if you remember. Ke, for example, I don't know, quemadura, a burn, or ki, for example, te quiero, I love you. Te quiero. Que, ki. Entonces the letra R. If you find R in the beginning of the word, for example, risa, a laugh, you would want to pronounce it as double R, like risa, risa, r. Kind of try to roll your tongue. If it's in the middle or wherever, then it's just the normal sonrisa, smile, sonrisa, like one R. Then S, T, U, V, todo normal. W, also in foreign words like whiskey or whatever. X, in words like examen, for example. Examen, that's basically just the normal X, how you would pronounce it. Then the Y, or in Spanish, Y, in translation the Greek I, can be used as and, kind of, for example, you and me, tú y yo, so it means and, you and me, or it is pronounced like y, yo, okay? And then theta, the last letter of the alphabet, it has the same pronunciation as the and the. Only when you need something to be sa, so, su, you will use the Z instead. For example, belleza as beauty, or zona, zone. And that's it. Now that we've seen all the letters and how they should be pronounced approximatively, I will just say random words from A to theta just so you can kind of practice. A, aire. B, beso. C, carne. Ch, chico. D, dedo. E, elegante. F, fiebre. G, goma. H, hecho. I, ilegal. J, jamón. K, kilómetro. L, leche. L, lluvia. M, mano. N, nariz. Ñ, niñez. O, oreja. P, perro. R, ruiseñor. S, sol. T, techo. U, uvas. V, viernes. W, whisky. X, examen. Y, yo soy tu madre. Z, riqueza. Thank you for making time for the Spanish time. I hope you liked this introductory video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Find some time for Spanish time, and adios.